case. Yeah.
Alright, we are live with a little soothing music for Intimate ZVX with Stoic, episode 12, game 4. I am Stoic Nuvo.
I'm Stoic Regret. What music is it this time?
It is, this is called The Weary Kind by Ryan Bingham.
No idea what that is.
It is a fantastic song, let me tell you. Okay, last game we have a ZvZ versus, I think he's no stranger to anyone, vVvTitan.
Yep.
Excellent player. Team
Alright,
vVv
so
actually has a lot of good players.
yeah, so this game basically showcases me doing a mistake. In ZvZ, what you want to be very careful that you don't do is open up roaches and not use the roaches, especially when he's not doing roaches himself. This game, he will be going into mutas and will see me really get into a very uncomfortable and bad position, actually, because it's difficult for me to take my third, difficult for me to hold it, and it just gives him full control over the game to expand all over the map, because my roaches basically can't do anything the way I build on this game. But it also shows how you can kind of come back by just being patient and not overextending yourself when you open up incorrectly. So just basic ZvZ stuff. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, let me fade out this music and get in the game.
21 seconds.
God, I just love that song. Fade
Man,
in.
I can't believe you run these while I'm speaking at the beginning, so sometimes I could be talking over like Britney Spears, so...
No, this was just a little guitar strumming. So we'll start off this game with a little nice manner from vVvTitan.
So let's talk about some ZvZ in the background. Till the world ends. What?
If you feel it, David, let it happen. Just keep on dancing till the world ends. None of them was Britney Spears this week.
Oh, that's
Right?
too bad.
We'll save that for the casting gigs.
Save that for the $1 million gigs. $1 million song.
What that DJ Wheat pays me for 41 seconds. Alright, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh, we started at the same time. I could hear it on your computer.
I didn't... What? No.
I don't think so. That's not true at all.
I doubt that. Alright, so I do see his Overlord here. I know that he is close spawn, so...
I also BM'd him by not saying good luck.
It's not BM, I just never talk. Alright, so what I like to do with the second Overlord is to also place it in the person's base in ZvZ. This allows me to situate one Overlord on top of his base for as long as possible, and the other one can be put on top of his expansion, just to make sure that he took it. And then when the queens are about to come out, just fly the Overlords way out of range so that you don't lose them. So, because the good thing about Zerg is they can't build anything that's not on creep besides a hatch. So having full scouting of their base until the queens pop out tells you exactly what he's going to do. For example, this beginning I know that he's opening 14-14 because I could see the extractor being built. But I'm just going to go ahead in 15-15 because in these positions I will be able to know roughly what he's doing. I bring 2 drones down here because... why did I do that?
You thought he drone scouted when he didn't because he 14-14. I don't know, man.
Oh, you know what might have happened? I might have counted his drones at his base. And I think because he opened a little bit different from me, I counted 1 less, so I assumed that 1 drone was out on the map somewhere. So...
You're thinking too high level.
Yeah. I either miscounted or the drone that I thought was missing was being built. So what probably happened, this is actually what probably happened, there's no way I would have made that mistake. The reason why I thought that is probably because, you know how sometimes you don't macro perfectly at the beginning? You go up to like 100 minerals before you build the drone instead of 50, so I didn't see the same number of drones, that's probably why I did that. So, but something to keep in mind, just not very necessary, but just something cool to do if you can spot it. If I was right in that case, then I would have been able to blindly send 2 drones to get rid of the drone that was blocking my hatch.
You did your standard 16 pool, 17 gas, 16
16
overlord?
pool, yeah, 17 gas, and then a 17 overlord.
Oh, you do 17 overlord. I do 16 usually.
No, I usually go up to 17. Okay, so here this is really good for me. I see him put down a very fast hatch for a pool opening, so I know that he does want to go into a macro game. But I still have to build this spine crawler because his speed will be earlier than mine, and he will technically have more Zerglings than me if he chooses to build nothing but Zerglings. So you want to be safe. I'm going to build 6 Lings here. I think 6 is enough. I shouldn't be building more. If I do, it is a mistake. And at this point, I'm just going to use these Scout Overlords to make sure that a whole bunch of Lings aren't coming out to my base without me knowing. So yeah, now I'm going into droning. So I am doing the correct response here. Pulling off everything gas because I just want speed at this point. And at this point, I'm just going to be as defensive as I can until my speed finishes, because I know that his speed will be done before mine, so I don't want to take a risk and be caught out in the map when he built a bunch of Lings and they all have speed and I lose all my units. That would be very bad.
Ugh, the worst.
Yep. So at this point, I'm just trying to be able to scout if Lings are coming out of his base towards mine, so I know how many Lings are coming, if I need to block the ramp or not, and if I need to build additional units myself. So right now I feel pretty comfortable, but I'm still unsure what's going on, so I'm not droning that heavily, but I am building nothing but drones. And I'm going to be dropping my Roach Warren here, making a little choke at the front of my base just in case a bunch of Lings show up. I'll be able to fight them in a smaller, narrower locations like this. So as we're going to see here, narrow locations are very good for situations like this. They allow me to
oh, no.
They don't allow him to take advantage of the fact that he has more units than me. So my Lings are going to pop here, so I'm going to be okay. These didn't do that much damage.
Killed 1 worker, I think. Yeah, 1 worker. Otherwise, you just lost some Lings. So
at this point, I probably should be droning behind this, because I am pretty sure that he did not do that to Alint, and he is very ahead of me in drones at this point. So not a very good start, but this is why we're doing this game. Just going to show that I don't make that many correct decisions in this game. Alright, so this is my first mistake. What I'm basically gearing up to do here is to build roaches and just tech off 2 bases. And I already know that he has a Baneling nest, and I know that he has Baneling tech, because I scouted that. So me building the amount of roaches that I'm going to build here are basically letting him do whatever he wants. Because the only thing that these roaches are good for, because I don't really have a good econ to mass them up in large numbers anyways, is to defend against this huge Baneling all-in. But nothing else. So if he sits there in macros, I'm going to have less drones than him. I'm going to have less resources than him because I have to invest in roaches and he did not. And I'm not a threat to him whatsoever. So whatever he wants to do, he's going to feel super comfortable.
Hold on, I got to pause at 8 minutes.
Okay, so this is a horrible decision by me, first of all.
So you can finish that thought.
I don't have that many resources. I don't have that many roaches. I can't apply any pressure onto him. And I'm pretty blind at this point because I can't really scout him with roaches at all. So he's going to have a lot of control this game, especially because he's going into mutas, which was an excellent choice against the player going very stationary defensive roaches. That he's going to get way ahead and he's going to have full control of the game. And it's just a really bad spot to be in. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, well, let's see if you can David your way out of this. 3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, so regardless of the fact that I don't agree with the way I'm playing this, you do have to go with what you have. So at this point in the game, getting my evolution chamber, getting ready to upgrade, getting all my gases because I know that I'm going to have to invest in tech, and I'm scouting for his 3rd base to make sure that it's not up yet, and I don't see it. So I can assume that he's on 2 bases, and I can assume that he's teching. Probably into mutas because I did see the Baneling nest, and nothing has been thrown at me. So I'm sending these Lings as scouts. I kind of want to know what he's doing because I have been blind up to this point. So getting my upgrade here, scouting at the top again, no expansion, going in here, and now I'm pretty sure that he's going Mutalisks, maybe Infestors, but usually Mutalisks because he has a lot of Spine Crawlers and nothing but Banelings.
This is the imbalance I was talking about in ZvZ.
Alright, so at this point, as you can see, these roaches are very useless. Their existence basically forces me to sit here and do nothing. And that's just really, really bad play. So
you never want to have units sitting there.
Yeah, doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Unless they're sentries.
Unless they're sentries. Or energy units in general, like Infestors can sit there. Infestors are always nice.
So I can see here that at least my 3rd is not going to be later than his. And I am finally scouting him, and I do see the Spire here, so I'm going to instantly put down a Hydralisk Den.
Man, when I scout that Spire, my stomach just drops.
So at this point, I'm basically going to realize that he's going to have full control over this game, and there's not much I can do. So I just have to do my best to macro up, try to get that Death Ball army of...
Oh my god, you're not going to get a cancel.
Yeah, I'm just not handling this game well at all. And as you can see, I mean, there's no way that hatchery would have gone up anyways. Even if
unless
he did some things there. Yeah, the first muted batch would have gone there instantly. I mean, that's what I mean. This is why playing Stationary Roach is such a bad way to play ZvZ. Especially when you don't get attacked, because as you can see, I'm stuck here. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can't move out. I can't kill him. I want to stop his third, but I can't. I want to take my third, but I have to wait for the Hydralisk to come out. And not only that, I have to stretch myself across 3 bases, and I have no creep extending to my third base. So he can send his Mutalisks everywhere on the map, and I have no way of punishing that. I have no way of saying, hey, if you want to send Mutalisks here, I'm going to punish you in Fungal Growth Them or something. I only have Hydralisks. So he really has full control of where he wants to attack, when he wants to attack into, and how many bases he wants to take. So at this point, I do realize this. So like I said, you just have to be patient, take the disadvantage from the early game as is, and do the best you can with it. So I'm trying to double upgrade here because I know that I can have a lead in upgrades. Trying to macro as best as I can, produce units, don't miss injects, and tech up as much as I possibly can, as fast as I can, to that Death Ball ground army. So I am getting my Infestation Pit fairly quick here, especially because I don't have that many Hydras, because I am still on 2 base, so I really do need to rush for that Death Ball. Like his third base and his 4th base are probably going to finish before mine, so just a very bad position to be in altogether.
You feel like a Protoss when this happens, because you can't see anything on the map. It's just not what I like as Zerg.
Yep. Definitely not the way to play, but you will always have games like this, so you have to learn how to sit through them. And hopefully get a win if the player makes a mistake. So here I'm going to slowly try to take my gases here, because the gas deposit is the most important deposit of all. I know that there's no point trying to shoot up to 80 drones at this point. If I have no gas, then I cannot produce Hydras and Infestors. So here he's just trying to do some harassment. You see how amazing the mobility of Mutalisks are. He's able to go basically wherever he wants to go.
He's going to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, he basically has full control of this game because he knows whether I'm going to move out or not. So if I move out, then there's no reason for him not to be prepared for an attack. So I really can't move out until I have an army that really is really strong against the composition that he has, and therefore I have to wait for Infestors. So a little bit of a screw up. I was able to get a few mutas, but as is, he knows that I have Hydralisks. Hasn't scouted the Infestation Pit. Sorry, hasn't scouted the Infestation Pit yet, but he can assume that I'm going Infestors. So here he's trying to do a little bit of a luckily for me it didn't work, but he is sending the mutas in now. So now, as you can see, just too much control over this game. It's very difficult to deal with. Cannot allow the Mutalisks to have the mobility like this that they're showing in this game, because that's basically when they excel in this matchup, when they give him full control over...
You should get a little control back once you have the Infestors out, though, right?
Definitely, but the problem is it's just way too late. My 3rd was later than his, and his 4th I'm like assuming is going to be up soon, and I really do need a good econ in order to support a gas-heavy army like this. So now I know that these 7 Infestors will give me some kind of a control, whether he wants to try to harass me or not, because if he does harass me, he has to be very careful now. So this allows me to finally build that 10 drone wave that I wanted to build for all this time. So can't really saturate that much more, because it's very difficult for me to take a 4th at this point. So there are 2 things that I can hope for in situations like this to win this game. One is he tries to attack me and I completely obliterate it. And number 2 is he tries to do a switch into Infestor, say Roach, and I attack him right at that time when he has too many mutas. So that we are both maxed, but because he has, you know, that count of 10 to 15 mutas, and I have all of that gas deposit into Hydras, I should win the fight, but there are a ton of things you can also do, like build Spy Crawlers, etc. So, at this point I'm just waiting, trying to max as fast as I can. Finally I have 3 bases, but I am running out of time. Time is definitely favoring him. The longer this goes, the more tech he's going to have, the more bases he's going to have.
Pause at 1646.
Go to 1650.
There's going to be a big fight coming up. Oh, And you did indeed scout it, so you...
1650?
I'm at 1650, I'm paused.
Okay.
That gives you time to get into position, right? Because you sent those lings over there smartly.
Yeah, so basically I know that he has banelings, and I know he's probably gearing up for an attack. So what you want to make sure here is don't let the banelings hit the hydras. Use fungal growth for that. Muta fungal growth is secondary. The banelings is pretty much everything in a fight like this. If those banelings hit the hydras, you lose the game. So focus on banelings first, Muta second, because mutas really aren't that strong. If all the baneling dies and he has a whole bunch of hydras and you fungal them last, sorry, a whole bunch of mutas and you fungal them last, your hydras can take care of them. So
you keep your infestors on 2 and your army on 1 for your hotkeys.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
3, I'm going to go to crazy view for this fight. 3,
crazy.
It gets rid of all the UI.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh no! Oh, and he's coming in from the bottom. That's terrible for him.
That's what I mean. I just gotta hope for him to make a mistake. So very, very good fight for me.
And that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna leave after this. And the reason why I think he leaves after this is because I was able to retain all infestors and all hydras. Any push that I make onto him right now will basically end the game.
vVvTitan knows that infestors and ZvZ is imbalanced.
The only thing he can go into at this point is a huge roach composition, which will lose to infestor roach hydra. So, just a very lucky fight for me. Very bad start. Don't open like that. But if you do, be patient. Hopefully the game turns out like this.
So you just gotta sit and wait, right?
Yep. Just wait for the right time. Don't get over eager. Don't start moving out when you don't have enough infestors or you don't have enough hydras. And don't get caught out of position. Make sure you know where his army is.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty much it. We're going to be doing a Q&A section. Yes?
Yeah, want to do a Q&A VOD right after this?
Yeah, I'll do that. So, guys, we know that you've been asking questions. We're just going to put maybe 5 or 6 questions into one VOD. I'm just going to answer them as best as I can.
Cool.
That's it.